Hello everyone. Myself Dr. Shubh Arora, Assistant Professor from Department of Commerce, GIMS Greater Noida. Once again, I welcome you all back to the lecture series of the subject Marketing Management. Currently, we are discussing the fourth unit and today is the ninth lecture for it. And the topics which we'll be discussing today would be publicity. We'll be talking to introduction to publicity, importance, public relation tools, etc. So let's first talk about publicity. What do we mean by publicity? So here I have tried to quote definitions given by William J. Stanton and by Philip Kotler, who is also called as the father of marketing. So when we talk about and try to understand the meaning of the definition given by Stanton, it says that publicity is a promotional communication. So basically through publicity, the organization or the person who is trying to do the publicity act is trying to do the communication for some kind of promotion motive behind it, right? So that promotional communication can be regarding a promotion of an organization or promotion of any product by the of an organization, where the message is not paid for or by the organization benefiting from it. So therefore when we talk about publicity, it is done indirectly and it is not paid, right? Now let's see how Philip Kotler has defined publicity. Philip Kotler says it is a non-personal stimulation of demand for the product or service or business until by placing it commercially into a significant news about it in a public medium or a media, obtaining favorable presentation of it upon like platforms like radio, TV or stage, that is not paid for by the sponsor. So it is basically a non-paid communication. Publicity is a non-paid communication to promote your company or your organization in a positive light, right? And the media vehicles are like television, radio, magazines, newspapers. It is done by the third party. So therefore it is an indirect kind of non-paid communication for promotion. The major tool used in the publicity is press release. It provides information about a product or product related activities in that press release. Now let's see how or in what different forms publicity can be done by an organization. It can be done by choosing a platform kind of thing where public speaking can be done, or arranging or organizing, conducting some kind of events, then having good relations with the media person where you can contact them and you can participate in some kind of events being conducted, or going on stage indirectly and trying to promote your organization and the products and services which your organization will sell. So basically through public speaking, through participating in some kind of events, then through having good media relations. Now when we talk about public speaking, it includes giving lectures or participating or speaking something in conferences, then giving presentations, some kind of speeches. When we talk about events, it includes news events management, and when we talk about media relations, it includes press conferences, attending or answering in interviews, then photo calls, press releases, etc. Now let's talk about publicity. So publicity, the importance of publicity here can be defined as that it is an effective medium to disseminate. That means it is an effective medium of promoting and distributing the message to the mass with more credibility, right? So basically when publicity is done, it is a more credible way of promoting your product. People have more trust on news given by publicity method. Now when we talk about the second importance of publicity, the credibility level of publicity is much higher than advertising and other means of market promotion. So when we say that when other promotional activities are done by an organization in comparison to other promotional activities, the credibility and the trust factor of publicity is higher, right? People express more trust on publicity, right, on what the third party independently says. It appears directly through newspapers, magazines, TV or radio by the third party. It is free from totally free from biasness. Now the third point is it provides more information, as the valuable information is free from space and time. So no space and time constraints are there in case of publicity. Similarly, publicity takes place immediately. So it doesn't take a long period of time to use publicity for promoting your product or organization. No need to wait for the time or space in mass media. It totally enjoys priority, right? Then we talk about the fourth point of publicity for importance. The firm is not required to pay for publicity. The indirect costs which are incurred for doing publicity are very low, which the firm can easily afford. Then fifth importance is it is a part of public relations, because in publicity you are going and addressing the public through some kind of events, speeches, conferences, lectures, interviews. So it is a part of public relations. It is free from exaggeration. It carries all factual information about the organization and the product which you are selling. So it is more trustable, and public will in the eyes of public, it is a trustworthy way and it carries high credibility. Then sixth point of importance of publicity is it is suitable to those companies which cannot afford the expensive ways to promote the product. So as we have discussed the other elements of promotion mix like advertising, sales promotion, personal selling, so all these methods are slightly expensive in comparison to publicity. So this 6 point says that in comparison to other promotional tools, so some organizations who cannot afford to use those promotional tools, then this method is very easy and affordable for those organizations who cannot afford the other promotional tools for doing the promotion of their organization or the products or services. Then seventh point of importance of publicity says that it increases credit or fame of the company, right? Publicity on company's assistance in relief operations, like during the times of flood, earthquake, or some kind of natural calamities, drought, right? So the organization can highlight their name in such cases, in such situations of natural calamity, by doing some kind of social contribution to the public in mass media, right? So people hold high esteem for such companies who try to contribute something for the society during tough situations. So this is an indirect publicity, an indirect way of highlighting yourself, highlighting your business, right? By involving yourself in some kind of social deed. Then eighth point for importance of publicity says that it can be used by non-commercial organizations or institutes like universities, hospitals, some kind of associations, right, for blind, for old men, and other social missionary organizations. So they can publicize, an organization can publicize the name of its business, the name of its organization indirectly by contributing and involving, by doing some kind of noble cause for such missionary organizations, or by contributing something for universities, schools, institutes, hospitals, etc. Here I have tried to show you a picture which says that publicity of goods and services. In this, the organization that tries to communicate better, right, to sell better. So if through publicity you communicate better, definitely it is going to put an impact on your sales. So communicate better, sell better. It also increases the publicity of goods. It helps to provide better services. Then we talk about the public relations, as I just discussed in my previous slide, that it is a part of public relations. So when we talk about some examples of public relation, it includes media relations, investor relations, government relations, public affairs, community relations, customer relations, influence marketing, crisis communication, and above all CSR, which is very common these days, that is corporate social responsibility concept. Now let's talk about the different tools which are involved in publicity and public relations. The very first tool is advertorials. These are advertisements in the form of news stories or reviews in newspapers. Advertorials allow the organization to associate or create or build some kind of association with your advertising, right? And also helps in raising or building the credibility. Now, many businesses employ advertising or marketing professionals which may help them to develop TV advertorials, right? Which is a very commonly used form of advertising and product placement. Now, let's talk about the second tool, that is social media. Social media lets you bypass the media and go straight away to your customers and connect with them, get associated directly with your customers by using certain kinds of social networking sites, such as the businesses these days can easily digitally advertise and promote their products using or taking the help of social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All these social media platforms helps the organization to advertise and promote their products and their businesses digitally, right? And there on these social networking sites, the organization gets a very quick response, and it is very easy for them to get associated and connected with the customers. And since building the connection with the customer becomes very easy, so here it also becomes very helpful for the organization to get to know about the perceptions of the customers, right? That is what your customer thinks exactly about you and what the customer thinks, because ultimately customer is the king. So you have to go hand in hand, you have to do all that which meets the needs and wants, expectations and preferences of your customers. Now let's talk about newsletters, the third tool of publicity or public relation. So it is basically printed or emailed. It can be in print form, or the newsletter can be in soft copy, that is it can be circulated digitally through emailing them, right? And these are very good ways of promoting your business, communicating with your consumers and customers and keeping them informed, keeping your customers updated about what kind of products and services you have brought new to the market and what additional you have added to the existing products and services in the market. So for this, regular newsletters can be very helpful for making personal connections with your customers and reflecting indirectly what your business brand is all about, right? Then let's talk about the fourth tool, that is brochures and catalogs. So brochures are very easy to carry, so you can easily take them home, right? Or brochures and catalogs can also be circulated in today's digital era world digitally, right? So in brochure or catalog, it helps to keep your customers thinking about your business and all about your products and services. So properly and in a well structured way, you can design brochures and catalogs for your business to give your customers confidence about your brand, to keep your customers updated, providing them awareness, information, right? So all sort of information can be easily given to the customers if you can design well structured brochures or catalogs for your business. Let's talk about the fifth tool, that says sponsorships or partnerships. So these are basically again indirect ways of promoting your business, and these are very good ways of promoting your business and the products. So supporting a non-profit cause can help you build feelings of goodwill. So basically when you are helping, your organization comes out and try to help NGO, right? So this kind of noble cause, if you try to attach your business with such kind of noble causes and try to sponsor some events for some noble causes or from some causes which are welfare for the society, right? So these kinds of contributions or sponsorships which are given, or which you try to connect with your business, can create very good feelings and goodwill for your organization in the market, and this can attract a lot of customers and make your customers loyal for your business, right? So community partnerships may involve an exchange of funds or in-kind benefits to grow a local community organization in return for benefits that promotes your business reputation. Now we talk about the sixth public relation or publicity tool, that says employee relations. So definitely employees are a very integral and important part of your organization. So the staff is the brand ambassadors for your business. If your staff is happy, satisfied, definitely the word of mouth will again travel positively. If your staff is dissatisfied, the relations with the employees is not good, it might not be that healthy for your organization. So an organization should always try to build good relations with the employees, that is employee relations, right? Try to create a good, positive and working environment in the organization. Teamwork should be teamwork should be promoted, employees should be given training, right? Some kind of motivational speeches or events should be conducted to keep your employees motivated, right? So all such positive events need to be there, positive environment has to be there to make and maintain good employer relations, right? And also it is necessary to retain your staff, that is staff retention, right? If the staff will retain for a longer period of time with your business, definitely the productivity will be high, right? So that's all from my side for today's lecture. We have discussed about publicity, we have discussed about public relations, the importance, and we have also discussed about the different tools of publicity and public relations. We'll be discussing the next topics of this fourth unit in our following lecture. Thank you and take care.